Hey lovelies, it's Ramona, and today is a very exciting day because I get to play with a palette that I have been so excited to see and so excited to play with because it is all over Instagram, YouTube, Facebook. It is everywhere. It is the Norvina palette by Anastasia Beverly Hills. It is everywhere. It has blown up. And there's a lot of stuff that I did not know about Anastasia Beverly Hills because I don't really have a lot of their stuff. This actually is the first palette of theirs that I have ever gotten, even though I have craved others. But after testing this one out, I think I definitely will. So this is the palette. It's got their traditional soft felty feeling canvas, which I am kind of with everybody else on that. I do feel like it does make the palette look very luxe and soft and high-end. In the same breath, I feel like it would get very dirty, so I guess it's a trade-off on that. And here, look at the colors. This entire row on the bottom is mattes. This entire row up top is shimmers. It is a very whimsical, fun palette. I've heard a lot of excellent things about it, and I have just been dying to get my hands on it and play with it. I have created this look with it today. You can see that. And that is what I'm going to be going over with you guys today. So first I'm going to do a couple of swatches just because I know that any first look tutorial video for a brand new palette would be remiss without swatches so that you guys can get an idea of what the colors do look like so you can see if you want to buy it. Alright, so let's go over the satins first. I'm going to scoot in so you can see. Starting on this side, we do have the color Dreamer, and then Summer, Wild Child, Rose Gold, Celestial is that really pretty purple, Dazzling right beside it, and Drama at the end is that dark purple. Just from swatching those shades, you can see how soft they are, buttery they are. You really have to be careful with this palette because the shimmers especially, but all the shadows are so soft that if you, excuse my hair, guys, that if you push too hard with either your finger or your brush, you will almost dent them, so you want to be very careful with them. They are worth it. It is such a great color payoff. Just be a tad light-handed on it at first until you get used to the feel of the palette. Now we're going to move on to the next row of shadows, the mattes. Alright, sliding up so that you can see these again, we have, starting at this end, a very light color that's very hard to see. It is called Base, and it is just a good neutral, it's almost skin colored, so it'd be a good base for setting shadow. Also transitioning, beside it that pretty purple is called Soul, and then the brown is Incense, that pink is Love. The darker brown is Volatile, and the kind of orangey brown right here is called Eccentric, and then the dark burgundy over here is called Passion. They are gorgeous on the skin. I know that you can't tell a lot by finger swatches, but these are so buttery and so soft. The pigment is crazy. Those mattes were one finger swatches. I didn't put hardly any pressure in the pan. I just touched it and touched my arm, and the color payoff is just like, whew. So I'm very excited to get into this, and I just had a ton of fun creating this look, playing around with this palette. I hope that you like the look, and I hope that you will stick it out and play with me too. My eyes are primed and ready to go, so let's move forward. Alright, we're going to be starting off with the really pretty pink shade in the middle called Love. I'm going to be getting it on a fluffy ended brush. This is the Morphe M441, probably my most used brush. Woo! Just barely tapped it, and that is the color payoff. So you want to be very careful with these shadows. They are very soft, and attacking it with a brush will lead to tons of messes for you. Tap off, and I'm going to lightly blend that into the crease. Oh, that is a beautiful pink. Blend it up. So your guess is as good as mine as to how this look will come out because I'm just kind of winging it. I'm not showing all of it because it would be just the most ridiculously long video, but I am going for a very soft, feminine, kind of fairy princess look with this look. So there is just so much blending. I'm just going to be blending until my arm falls off. So whenever I say so, I'm going to be cutting some of the blending out just so that y'all don't have to watch, but I will always show you the finished product. Alright, so these are my lids with Love applied. Blended a little higher than normal because I will be going in with a cut crease in a minute, and I do want it to still show off that really pretty pink color up top. I do have hooded eyes, so I do have to go up a bit higher when I blend out for my crease because I cut a higher crease than natural, if that makes sense. You want your place where you're going to cut to be visible still above your crease line, because as you'll see when I open my eyes, you can't hardly see my lid all the way. Alright, I want to test out the brush that came in the palette, the Anastasia Beverly Hills brush they send in. It is double-ended. It's a nice double-ended brush. I'm going to try it out next. I'm going to get that color over in the corner, the Passion color. This one doesn't seem to have quite as much fallout. I'm going to start building in that outer corner. Oh, that is a very beautiful color. Alright, so I did take out some of the blending on that one, but that is the eye with the color Passion in the corner blended out. I'm going to do the other eye real quick. With that original brush with the color Love, I am going to go back on and soften out where the dark meets the light. Just a touch of that pink again to soften that back out in circular motions. Blend that darkness out a little bit. And you can see how that is softening the lines. Also, while we're doing this, it is bringing it up a little bit on the corner so that we're not dragging our eye down. See how soft that has created? Alright. That is the eyelids after both Love and Passion have been applied. I haven't noticed a ton of fallout on my face from the colors. Has been a little bit in the pan. That is typical of most ABH palettes, as I have heard. But nothing too bad. So I'm pleased so far. The colors have been rich, soft, and gorgeous. So I'm going to next up cut my crease and add some of these gorgeous shimmers. I'm so excited. So the brush that I use the most to cut my crease is a Morphe E19 brush. And it is flat and small. I really like it because it allows me to really get in there, and it's not too big, it's not too little, it's a great brush for cutting my eyelids. I'm just going in with my Born This Way concealer, and I put some on my hand so that it's easy for me to use, dab my brush in it to pick some up, and then I'm going to go in and cut the crease. So I don't ever start too close to the inner eye because it can make a mess if you aren't very precise, and whenever you have a lot of concealer on your brush to begin with, you can't control it as much. So I try to get some concealer off towards the middle and then go back in closer to the front. So I'm to tap it and drag it, and now with the edge I'm going to go up here and raise the cut crease past my own crease. That way you can actually see it when my eyes are open. And I'm dragging this back. And then patting it to get rid of any of the crazy extra concealer. Also pat over the edge to soften that line. And I'm not adding concealer there, all I am doing is touching over where I had the darker color, and it's going to soften the line of where the concealer ends. And we'll soften that more with a brush. One thing that I have learned whenever practicing cut creases, and honestly, I'm still learning, but if you want to really define the line of your concealer, take a very small detail brush, if you would focus, a very small detail brush in the same color that does butt up right to your concealer. Tap it in and just very softly line the edge of your cut crease. And that is going to help it look so much sharper. See the difference? Okay, now we are going to play with some shimmers. So the first thing we're going to be doing is blending this dark purple Drama into the far corner. And I'm going to be using a very small blending brush for that. It is just an e.l.f. eye crease blending brush. Now these shimmers are very soft as well, so just be very careful with the amount of pressure that you are putting on your shadow as to not create a dent. And I'm just going to go right over the edge of this cut crease, also blending it back into that same color that was back there, that passion color. Alright, so that looks very dark. What we're going to do is go in with the soft blending brush with a little bit of that same color, passion, on it, and blend that back out. That's really one thing that I try to focus on when working on makeup looks, is just not freaking out. Because not every time that you do something, it's going to turn out exactly like you thought so in your head. So like, adding this Drama was a little darker than I had anticipated. But there's no reason to panic, because we will lay some colors over it that will dilute the darkness just a little bit. And we will blend out any harsh lines, so there really is nothing that's unfixable on eyeshadow looks. Go back in with that same fluffy brush with Love on it. That's a lot closer to what I envisioned. So that is the color Drama added and then re-blended over with Passion and Love. Alright, so now we're going to be going into some other shimmers. First is the color Celestial, this really pretty shimmer. And the next one we'll be doing is the pink color, I think it's Wild Child. That will be the inner crease eye, and then we will put the Celestial a little closer there. So get two brushes that you want to use with shimmers, flat bristled, and pick up some of the Celestial first. And we are going to put it right on the edge of that darker purple and drag over so that we are softening the transition between those two. And right up to that cut crease. And then the same on the other eye. And then with the last shimmer is the Wild Child, that pink. Another flat brush, and we are going in right here on the inner corner to meet that purple Celestial color. Such a pretty pink. And transitioning those together. Alright, so I really want this pink to pop, so what I'm going to do is add some Fix Plus and really make it stand out. And I'm going to go back over with a little bit of that purple so that it is still visible. The pink hasn't swallowed it up. Just very softly tapping at the edge, dragging back over. Alright, and then what I'm going to do for the finishing touches is take that color Love and Passion, drag it a little bit underneath my eye, and probably add some inner corner highlight. And then we will put on some mascara and some eyeliner. Okay, so this is the finished eye look before any mascara or eyeliner. I'm going to finish off the look, mascara, eyeliner, lipstick, blush, all the hoopla that's needed to transform me into a true princess, and you will see the final look here in just a second. So this is the finished look. I did add a white gel eyeliner in the waterline of my eye, buxom mascara, and then I did take the Urban Decay Heavy Metals liquid liner in the color Glam Rock, and I did align the outer edge of my crease cut with some silver glitter just to extra princess it up for you, so I really would look like a fairy princess when this look was done. So overall, my opinions on the ABH Norvina palette. It is awesome. It is worth the hype that everybody has been talking about. It is worth the money. The colors are gorgeous. The payoff is amazing. It is a unique set of colors that you just can't find in a lot of palettes. I'll go ahead and show you those colors one more time. Now, I understand why people are raving about it. I understand why there are so many looks around Instagram, because people just want to play with it. It is a palette that you just want to play with. It's a fun palette. Had to sit up a little bit, I was shrinking. So you don't see a lot of palettes like that on the market, so it's a win and definitely worth the $42, I think. Let me know in the comments down below if you liked this video, if you want to get the Norvina palette. Let me know if you've already gotten it and you have your own experiences with it. I want to know that too. I want to know all about you guys, so leave comments down below. And if you like this video, go and hit the thumbs up down below. You got it. And hit the subscribe button while you're at it. Right next to that, hit the little notification bell, because I am starting to get my upload schedule up and running. So I do upload once and twice a week, and you guys don't want to miss any of the exciting things that I have coming for you. So hit the bell, get notified, watch my videos. Thank you so much for hanging out with me tonight, guys. Bye.